Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. I was here a couple of minutes early today and looking around here on my Instagram screen, and it looks like somehow I can play trivia if I want to, but unless it's about art supplies, stuff like that, I'm not very good at trivia. I thought that was funny. I guess people come on here and play trivia. I don't know. Good morning, Ellen. How are you? Hi, Barb. Hi, Debbie. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. As always, I'm happy to be painting this morning. I got all kinds of stuff done already. I was working in my sketchbook, and I had done a painting years ago, and someone had bought it from me, and it had gold leaf on it. When she moved, a little bit of it came off, so I need to repair that. So I started doing that too. Although in the middle of it, as apropos of me, I spilled a whole bottle of adhesive on the floor, but it's all cleaned up now. No, it's not snowing here. It rained cats and dogs last night, and now it looks like the sun might come out this morning. So I would love that. I'd love to go for a walk today. Good morning, Laura. Hi, Sarah. So today, let me turn my camera around. So we just finished up yesterday for the Rittenhouse Square Fine Art Show, the applications for the June show. I think we got a record number of applications, which is really exciting. And now we're rolling right into the next one. But so yeah, I'm happy. I was happy to hear that this morning. So I'm going to paint these tulips. I got these at market last week. I'm going to work on a thing with my Inspiring Art group, a little challenge. We did it last year, and I want to do it again this year, where I find reference, and like I took tons of photos of these, and I just think they're so pretty. I wanted to paint them too. So really, I just need kind of grays, greens, pinks, whites. I think that's about it. So I'll mix my colors first. Good morning, Carol Ann. How are you? Hi, Susan. Okay, let me turn this down here. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. I don't know if it's the new year or what it is, but I feel like I need to like change something up a little bit. Crazy tulip flower. I love it. So I don't know. I think I might just use a little bit more. No, Ellen, Inspiring Art's next Wednesday. I'm just getting ready for it. Sometimes it takes me all the 2 weeks in between to kind of prep and think and prepare. And yeah, so what am I thinking? I might want to push my colors a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Like I might just push my colors. That's what I'm thinking. I might just have fun. Okay. A spring theme. Yes, we're going to get there, aren't we? Pretty soon. We are definitely on. Can't get this down right. Okay. Definitely on our way. I need a sip of my coffee. We are on our way to spring, which makes me infinitely happy. Just need to enjoy the season we're in. I listened to a podcast, I think it was yesterday or the day before, about the seasons and how, seasons are built. Well, I don't know. They weren't really built, but for, the whole process of resting and gathering and like everything. And we don't really listen to our seasons that much anymore. I need a little bit more. This is my favorite magenta, Block X magenta. And that we should honor it more, which means, I guess in essence, the podcast gave me permission to rest in the winter, but I don't really think that that's a thing. Do any of you feel like that? Like, I don't think our worlds allow that, the whole resting thing. Because, my goal is I've got to work on artwork for all the upcoming art shows. And, yeah, it's a lot. It's like I feel like I'm barely even started to do that because so many other things take my attention. But it's all good stuff, so it doesn't matter. It'll all get done, right? Ooh, that's really pretty. All right, let me get more of my permanent rose, which is one of my favorites. I'm going to clean my palette knife off before I dip into color so that it doesn't mess up the color I'm dipping into. I can't think of what word I'm looking for. Oh, my sister said, I don't see you painting live. That's weird. Well, I can't answer her. That's so funny. My sister thinks something's wrong because she doesn't see me live. Like, yep, she knows my patterns pretty well. I guess a lot of you would say that, right? If I didn't come live on a Wednesday, I think something's wrong. I've done this. I told you that. Did I in my newsletter, or did I say it in here? I can't quite remember, but I think I've been doing this for like 5 years. What did Allie say? I like to think winter is Mother Nature's way to tell us to rest so we can rebuild in the spring. Yes, I'm on for sure. I know, and I can't write her back right now, but she'll be okay. It is a time to rest. So, yeah, maybe I'll do that this weekend. I'll put it on my schedule. Let me see. Ellen says, I wish I could paint a painting in an hour. The Strata Challenge is taking up so much of my days from setting up to posting. Well, no, Ellen, but your paintings look fabulous. Like, doing it in an hour, like, if you keep doing it, you probably will get to that. But keep going. You're doing great. And I think sometimes, Dawn sees me now, good. Sometimes I think the discouraging part of doing something like that is, I lost my train of thought. What is the discouraging thought? Painting is really fun. Oh, I knew what I was going to say. The hard part is that, like, to photograph it and, upload it and share it, like, that all takes so much time. Like, if all I had to do was paint, but I didn't that's okay. Yeah, she found me. Wait, I'm seeing notes from my Rittenhouse board friends too. Lots going on. Oh my gosh, aren't those gorgeous, gorgeous colors? All right, now I'm going to do green. So I was working on something the other day. I have a commission to do for a friend, and I needed to do several... usually when I do commissions, I do several smaller paintings, and then I might as well just put this all out here. That's another thing that I want to work on this year, is not being precious about stuff. Like, just use the paint. I want to paint lots of big paintings, so I need to just not worry about spending money. If it's $150, $200 canvas, just do it. Like, I don't know why that's so hard to do. Okay. Yeah, I'm really losing my train of thought. I was on a call with a friend, with Laura, yesterday, and I was so distracted. I felt like I couldn't even concentrate. Do you ever feel like that? I think I need more sap green. That's what I'm thinking that I need. And here it is. Shelly. Hi, Shelly. How are you? From cold Alberta. I bet it's cold. Ugh. Do you like the cold weather? I guess to live there, you have to embrace it. Oh, my goodness. I'm getting so many messages this morning. I should have turned off my notifications. All right. There we go. That's a nice in between. And I'll go lighter, so I'm cleaning this off again. And in my lighter color, I'm going to put in some of this jade. I got another tube of this. I just ordered some paints from Vasari. As much as I love bright colors, I'm trying to kind of embrace using warmer or more subtle colors. And it's funny, if I showed you my palette of colors, which maybe I'll take a photo of it and post it then. I feel commissions put you in a box. Can't explain, but so frustrating. I'll probably not sell my paintings. Oh, to do commissions. Yeah, it's an art in and of itself, like practice of lots of things doing commissions. And mine have always gone well, but there's always, when you do a commission, I feel like I get that little voice in my head that tells me, like, they're not going to like it, I'm doing it wrong, like just that kind of negative, and that's never good for a piece of art. That little bit of fear, or maybe a big bit, I don't know, but with practice, you do gain confidence in doing it. And it's kind of like, I feel like commissions are a lot like what I've done as my day job for my whole life, like, marketing and advertising. It's doing what somebody else wants and trying to be able to fulfill whatever that is. And it's good practice, I think, to do that too. But little ones have no pressure. And I don't mind if I do a commission of something that I know that if the client didn't like it, I could sell it at an art show or something. Like that takes a lot of pressure off of it. And usually they are. Like I don't do anything that are like commissions that are people's portraits. Well, yes, I do. I do them for friends, but that's different. Shelly says, I'm doing great, thanks. No. Minus 31 on Friday. Wow. Oh my gosh, that makes me appreciate whatever temperature we're doing right here. Minus 31. Okay, so this is another new color that I got from Vasari today. I put it out here on my palette. It's French slate gray. I think I must have had it because I just went through and found my tubes that were empty and bought new ones. But like that background color is very gray. I'm just going to put a touch of violet in there. But look, that touch of violet just skewed that color entirely. So I might as well get the rest of the gray. What else am I going to do with it? That's still so purple. I have a little bit of a warmer color here. I'll try that. Oh, that's pretty. Isn't that nice? All right, I'll do that. And now I want to lighten it a little bit. I have a little bit of my Video Blue Extra Pale. Mix that in. See what we get. That's really pretty, but I think I need one in between. So I'm going to steal a little bit of that. Make a little bit more of a transition color, but I want to get more of that slate gray. French slate gray. Put it here. So where's everybody listening from? This, and I need a little more of kind of a white. Maybe I'll get a, look how close they ended up looking. Oh my goodness. I might as well just combine them. Yeah, the slate gray is not tinting the color much at all. Maybe I'll put a touch of ultramarine blue in there. Oh, that's really nice. I like that a lot. Sunny Florida. Lucky you, Ellen. Lucky you. All right, I'm going to put out some titanium buff. Mix that in here. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Good. I always get like a little bit on my palette knife. Sometimes I'll take a second palette knife and clean it off. And I also have to clean that palette knife. I love mixing colors. All right. What do we think of that? I love that palette. It's not too reckless crazy, which was a little something I thought I was going to do, but that didn't happen. It must be so pleasant in the winter. Yes, I'm sure it is so pleasant to be in Florida, Ellen. Gosh. I can't imagine warm weather right now. I think we're good. So what do I want to do as my background? Do I want to do an all over color, or maybe I'll go with the true colors because I want the pink flowers to like pop like crazy. So I was happy to see these at market. I feel like, and I'm working on a commission of peonies, so I had to buy peonies too, but I didn't love them. I don't know. They were like a little too, what were they too? They were too something. They had a little bit of red on the tips of the flowers. And you know what? They never opened up. I don't know what I did wrong. I should have researched a little bit more how to preserve them. But I like them as bulbs the most anyway, so it was kind of all right. But for what I paid for them, whoops, this goes here. I think I have this over too far. Oh, I'll just do this. Am I missing anything? Let's see if anybody wrote to me. No, I think I'm good. Oh, mine didn't open either. Oh, Michael, did you get them at Trader Joe's? I got some at Trader Joe's, and they kind of opened. Not entirely, but close enough. Because we went on a little road trip and stopped at a Trader Joe's, which is always fun. I don't know if we'll ever get one of those in Lancaster. We always get everything. We usually don't get things until they're old hat. So happy to be back and watch you paint. Oh, good, Amy. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. I think I started 6 threads of thoughts and didn't finish any of them. You'll forgive me, I hope. Allie says there was a meme going around to say by the end of January, sunset will be 5:15, and then each month lighter and lighter. How spring is on the way. I love that. That is a good meme. Yeah, the one good thing, I guess, about living where it gets so cold is that you really do appreciate spring when it comes. I don't know if I had that weather all year long, if I would have that same pure joy when, that you feel when, I have to get a little bit more sap green here on my palette. That pure joy you feel when that those first couple of days when the flowers start popping up, and maybe that happens too, in Florida and places like that. Of course, being somewhere where it's always warm would be absolutely amazing. Excuse me. Let me see a couple more of my lighter areas, and then I'll use my sap green. This is such a good way of mapping in what you're doing, so you have confidence, you have things in the places where you want them. Those colors are fun. Maybe I should have done more of a green that was a little bit more of a chartreuse color. Something like that. It's not too late, though. It is not too late. Summers can be brutal, though. Thankful for air conditioning. Yeah, that's true. I guess it does get hot. I haven't been to Florida since we took our kids there to Disney World when, I think it was 2011. That's crazy, isn't it? That's the last time I was in Florida. Time flies. Yeah, because whenever we've taken them to Disney, but we go to Disney World in California, not to Disney. We took them to Disneyland that year, but we have a friend that usually lives in California, and that's what we would do. I love Disneyland. It's not as big as Disney World. This is about here. All right, where else do I need darker darks? Maybe I'm kind of mapping this out, I think, a little bit more than I often do. Hear the birds. Okay, I think that's good for my greens. Should I do blue or purple in that background? Maybe I'll do bluish purple, maybe. The purple my violet just is so strong. Put a little bit in there. It looks pretty. A little more blue, maybe. You guys all have a busy day ahead. Peaceful day, I hope. I am actually helping a friend, my friend Beth, bathe. She is a plein air painter here in Lancaster, and she and I met. She had just moved here, like back when I first started doing art, and she organized like a life drawing class that we went to at the local art school on Wednesday nights. We became friends. And actually, I interviewed her in one of my inspiring art sessions. And she's an amazing plein air painter. So she kind of went down the plein air painting path, and I went down the, painting small, whatever I'm doing, because, I still had my business and was busy. I still would love to learn more about plein air painting. But anyway, long story short, she made, I think, like an online course through Eric Rhodes. It's the plein air painting. He has the plein air painting podcast, and he has like an online academy. And Beth is, she made an online class with them, but she's doing like a kind of a demo, and it will be tomorrow, I think at noon. So I will put that information in my story, in case anybody wants to watch it. Long story short, I am going to her studio today to help her, just to make sure that, everything works technology-wise. Not that I'm all that great at technology, but I think she'll feel better just knowing I'm there in case there are problems, between the two of us. We'll be able to figure it out. So that'll be kind of fun. I'm excited to do that. Oh, look how fun that painting is. I love it already. Okay, I'm going to clean up my palette, get out my pigment sticks. I love the brightness, so I'm going to maybe try and maintain that. Oh, good. YouTubes are fun. Yes. Yeah, so I think it's called Eric Rhodes. It's called the plein air. I don't know. I'll put it in my story for sure. And if any of you want to know and you don't see it in my story, because you know how fleeting all that can be, just message me and I'll send you the link to it. But it happens tomorrow at noon. So I'm going today to do a dry run like that. We're going to hook into the whatever, thing they use to film or to record. And then I'm going to go tomorrow when they're actually recording it. So now I just put a little bit of the pigment sticks in. This crazy, super soft gold. Use a little bit of my... Eric Rhodes does a lot of great interviews. I've seen a few. Yes, he does. I've been watching them because I needed to see what she needs to do. So I've been watching a few of them. And I had watched them before. I would love to do more plein air painting. That's on my goal list too. But I got to actually write it down. If you don't write it down, you won't remember. Right? Or you're less likely to do it. What kind of art does she do? I never heard of that before. Well, plein air painting is painting outside. It's a French term for going outside with your easel and painting. And she does, I think she calls it a reductive painting method. So she paints and then uses like a squeegee to pull the paint away. So she has kind of texture underneath. Oh, I have one here. Let me show you. I took a class from her, and I don't have one of her paintings. I wish I did. Look how fun that is. Okay, let me just grab. I think I know right where it is. It's a neat method. And she uses water-soluble oils. So this is what I did. So like put the oil paint on, and then you use the squeegee, which I had lost, and I found it again when I was cleaning my studio, but now I don't know. I have to look for it again. But you like pull the paint away. Not a fun idea. Let me look and see if I have my little squeegee sitting here. I do. So she makes these little homemade ones too. You got real one, but this is a little piece of rubber, and it's just in a clip. So then when you're painting, like you can, look how cool that is. You just pull away the paint like that. Like wherever I don't want paint. And she puts down, like on her boards, she makes a texture. So as you're pulling the paint away, I could do it down here. But isn't that fun? I guess it's kind of like anything else. Once you get the feel for it, you'd be better at doing it. But that's good. Okay. That gives you the idea. Good morning, Madeline. How are you? Yes. Well, if you watched her live YouTube thing tomorrow, you'll definitely learn more. And she's lovely. Lovely, lovely. Maybe I can let some of those whites show through. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but maybe a little bit. And then, like, if you work like with that and pull paint away, like I could even add paint, and then if I want my white to show through, I can get that out again and work on it. Pull more paint off. Get my darkest. Yes, Helen. Yes, it will be on that. I can't think of what it's called right now. I think it's Eric Rhodes Plein Air Academy. I don't know what. I think that's what's called. But I will definitely link it and share it. I feel like that's just a little, needs to be a little bit darker. The teal stick on the green. I know, doesn't it look sexy? She is on Eric Rhodes' podcast. Yes. Yeah. That's right. You can just look that up. You'll find him. It's a little dark right here. And I'm not fussing with my colors. I'm just putting down brush strokes. I'm looking for my darker green areas. All right. Oh, Bonnie, what'd you say? Eric Rhodes podcast. Kelly says teal on the greens. Okay, I think I saw that. Oh, I don't think I missed anything. You can tell me if I did. super dark back here. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to work on my background color behind the tulips a little bit. Have a sip of my coffee. What's everybody having today? Coffee or tea? Diet Coke. There's a little... I do want some of these fun colors, like add that blue in the background. I want to let that show through a little bit. And as I thought, I don't think I mixed enough of this dark color. I had a feeling. I trusted my instincts and just mixed a little more. Kelly's having coffee. Me too. I'm always a little sad when the coffee's finished. It says, thank you, Kim. It looks so naturally. Thanks, Irma. I do kind of have my medium color that I can use in here. I even like how it looks like that. Like, I didn't really cover everything, but I like that feel. More of a painterly feel, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it that painterly and not try to smooth it out. I kind of like that. So we'll see what happens. I can always go in and change it if I need to. Okay. Yeah, the pops of color are very striking. There's always that little bit of a trick of suggesting things just enough, but not too much. Simply Artful College. If you were painting this with acrylic, would you go about it in the same order? Doing the background after blocking in your flower shapes? I'm thinking about that. When I paint with acrylics, I use the same system generally of doing transparents and then building up opaques. But my acrylic paintings just feel so different than my oil paintings. And I'd say I'm still experimenting with how I paint with acrylics. But not necessarily the background. I think the order of how I paint things, I usually do dark to light. And I would say I do that in acrylics also. I think it's just kind of my habit, my pattern of how I like to paint. Yeah, but my acrylics tend to end up being much more abstract. But I've been like, one of my New Year's resolution was to work in my sketchbook in acrylics most every day, and I'm really close to having that be what I've been doing. I want to keep some of those colors that are popping there. Okay. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. Do I need that to come over a little bit? I think I do. I don't know if I like how brown that shadow is, so I might just add a little something in there. I was looking a little too brown. I don't know where I'm getting all this brown from. It's more gray. This whole painting is more gray than brown. Paint's a little dry. So now here where I wiped off that paint with the squeegee, it's like it's drier. You can see how I have to like kind of get it ready to have paint on it again. And I kind of like that. I don't know that I need all that directionality of what's going on back there, but it's sort of fun. It's 8:38. I still have plenty of time. Okay. So let's work on some more of our greens. Intentional brush strokes, not fussing with them. Letting things happen a little bit spontaneously. Always hard to do. This still could go just a little darker in here. And right about here. Now this is a little distracting. All right, I could do my lighter green right there, and it's lighter right. Do you like it against all that purple, or is it distracting? I'm just thinking out loud. But I wanted it to be a little less literal, a little more fun, a little more reckless or different, so I'm going to say I like it. I just moved that over there a little bit. I felt like that was a little too far over to the one side. You think it's distracting. It's too much purple. Because I can always settle it a little bit without doing too much. But I need a little bit more. Where's that French gray that I have? I think that's what I did, mostly French gray and a little bit of purple. Of course, maybe I shouldn't fuss with that yet. I should really, there I mixed a little bit more of that color. Kelly likes it. Yeah, it might be a balance between, if I said it out loud, it's probably something I'm thinking about a little bit, and I might need to subtle it a little, but not all the way. But it's hard to know until I see what else happens in here. here I want to let some of that teal show. Maybe soften it like that. Makes the pink pop. Yeah, it does make the pink. Oh, gosh, I love that pink. All right, let me do a little more pink. Yeah, I was feeling pink today. I often feel pink. Like, I would never say that I ever thought that pink was my favorite color, but I don't know. I do love it. Like, I was working on a abstract in my sketchbook this morning, and it was totally like greens and blues, and now it's totally pink. It just completely changed. I didn't do it consciously, but that happens. All right, that's a nice brush stroke. Love that. It's got the dark green right here. I always have to watch the time because my goal is to finish it within the hour. Yeah, that gives that bend over. That looks pretty. I think I need to go a little bit darker in there. Would be interesting to paint it again with a different background and compare. Yes. Yep. I think so too. I always say that I think that anytime you work on a painting and you like it or don't like it, either way, I think it's good to do it again. Change things up. Like it would be good to do this and just do a solid pink background. See how that looks. Like you learn by painting the same thing again and again and again. And I think we forget that sometimes. I always say that's one of the blessings of my bad memory. I can paint something and come back, and next week I could paint this again and be like, did I paint this before? And completely forget. That should be embarrassing, but it's the truth. But it also lets me enjoy it over and over again, right? Is that like 50 first dates or something where you forget everything over and over? Oh. All right, this. All right, I need a little. Whites are showing there. I don't want those whites, so I'm just gently kind of covering up the distracting whites. I see I have a really dark little triangle right here and a nice shadow right here that I was missing. That underneath here, which is the vase, is definitely more neutral. So I'll just do a little bit of that gray I mixed down in there. I think there are stems in there. I think when I bought these, there was one extra stem, like one of the flowers had broken off. So I think there was a lot of stems in the vase. Disproportionate amount. That might have been extreme right there. I don't want to fuss with this too much, but what do we have? 8:46, so it's soon time to go in and work on my lightest lights, which I always save till the end. I try to anyway. Oop, what I have going on down here? A lot of white showing. Need this. This. That's better. Did you do all this just now? I started 47 minutes ago. So close to just now. I do this every Wednesday morning, and I think I said I've been doing it for like forever, for 5 years, every Wednesday. And I start a painting and finish it just do this little demo. Start and finish it in the hour, try to. I don't know that I ever haven't, right? I don't think so. Now we need a little light here. All right. I'm going to blend that right there. So I'm just pulling my brush. I'm holding it ever so slightly so that it blends it a little bit, or a lot of it. I'll look for my lighter greens. Then I can go in and do my lighter pinks, because I feel like I'm kind of at the point where it's time to pull it together. And I've only used this one brush. I said it's because I'm a little lazy. I don't like to wash a lot of brushes. I'm looking for my lightest lights of these, my greens, and then I'll go in and do my lightest pinks at the very end. I feel like here. Sorry. I'm getting a little too precious down in here, and I want it to be softer, so I'll just do that. I don't want it to be, yeah, that's better. Okay, now I can do my lightest pinks. All right. Tulips are so pretty. I actually had them at my grocery store yesterday too. I'm trying to be very selective of where I put my lighter colors, not fuss with them. Any white showing? It feels expressive. I love the little colors showing through. Like I even love that. I love, so I could do a little, whoops, I had more on the other end of my brush. All right. Right there's a little bit where I pulled that away with that little squeegee. I think that was a squeegee pull right there. Keep this pretty pink in here. What time is it? 8:52. We're doing well on time. This is more neutral. Push that back a little bit. Oh, it's fun. Okay, let me see. Did I write to me? Beautifully done. So vibrant. Thank you. All right. Do we see anything else? This might need to, oh, I see a little white right there. I don't want that. And right here, this is a little too purple, violet. Now I'm fussing with this background, which I probably shouldn't be doing. But I like how it goes kind of from blue to purple up there. Maybe lighten the shadow. This. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's a little too dominant, isn't it? Your eye goes right to it. That's why it's always good. Like when you do a painting, it's good to walk away and come back and you notice things like that, because when you're in the middle of it, it's hard to look at everything and think about everything. But yeah, that was definitely a little too loud. I feel like this line is a little wonky right here. I'm sorry, I got my paint on thick, which I love the thick paint, but it takes forever to dry. And this is a little funky right here. That white, do you see any white showing? Maybe that. Okay, 8:55. Do I have my darkest darks, my lightest lights? Do I have any white showing? Maybe right here. I do have little bits. Usually I don't have that happening. I don't know. I think I was a little more precious with my base layer. I don't know. Okay, that helped. That needed that, I think. And now, like I always say, I'm fussing with it and I'm not making it better. I'm going to put my brush down and sign it. That's always my sign when I stop to think, am I making it better now? Am I just changing it? All right. There's my reference and then my painting. So you can see like there's little pops of color from the backgrounds of what I did. And then my palette. I think I did add a little bit of blue in somewhere. Oh, I think it was in the shadow. So that was in addition to what I'd already mixed. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. It was fun as always. The folds and the leaves are so tulip. Oh, that's fun. Yes. That's a sign that spring is on its way. So thanks for coming, guys. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you again next week. I will save this on my YouTube channel if you want to watch others. Like if you're someone that doesn't always join me, I have years worth on my YouTube channel. And yeah, so thanks for coming, and we'll see you.